Welcome to the channel. My name is Nick from Analog Tabletop, and this is the top 5 board games on Kickstarter. This is a list of the coolest and most promising games that launched on Kickstarter this past week. Links to all the campaigns are in the description. Let's get this started.
Welcome to Analog Tabletop.
Number 5.
The year was 1831. A young English naturalist just received a fateful letter, one that would dramatically change the course of his life and that of the history of science. At the age of 22, Charles Darwin was elected scientist of the HMS Beagle. 4 years later, the Beagle arrived at the strange and ominous volcanic archipelago of the Galapagos Islands. On your journey through these islands, you will assist Darwin in researching the local habitats and taking notes of the traits you find. When you have gathered enough data, you will be able to use your research to incorporate the natural history of other species in the area, scoring points and expanding the player's shared understanding of the local fauna. Use characters such as Bart Sullivan and Conrad Martins to aid you on your study of these new habitats. Or maybe you'll even discover a new species, enhancing your knowledge of the world as well as granting other rewards, like a handy scalpel or a magnifying glass. This cycle of research and discovering new species continues until the Beagle reaches its final destination. And only the most astute researcher will come away victorious.
Coming in at number 5 is On the Origin of Species. This is a strategic board game about the journey of Charles Darwin through the Galapagos Islands. What I like about this game is the accurate representation of Charles Darwin's journey and the researcher-like artwork. Pledge $25 to get a copy. The Kickstarter ends December 6th and plans to deliver by May of 2020.
Number 4.
The war in the old continent is taking its toll. Battle after battle leads to death and destruction. Our army is decimated and tired with war. People are getting poorer and weaker as death looks deep into their empty eyes. But then, the spirit of the nation awakens in us, a great ancient power dormant for so long. We see a mighty titan rise up to battle. A hope for victory fills our hearts. Let's get up from our knees to reclaim our lands. We put our lives under your reign, ready to die for our homeland. And though we face a bloody war, then lead us, O King, to glory, and restore the power of your people. Become a king of a mighty nation and lead your army to war. Gather armies and drive them into battle to expand your domain. 4 unique nations, solo mode, and countless hours of exciting gameplay. Are you ready to fight?
Titans is number 4 this week. Become a king, lead your army to war, use the mythical titan, and crush your opponents. This game's factions have large-scale giant miniatures which remind me of giant Godzilla monsters fighting each other on the battlefield, so what could be cooler than that? Pledge $99 to get a copy. The Kickstarter ends November 28th and plans to deliver by October 2020.
Number 3.
We've been traveling for weeks now, but we should be there soon. We're all eager to explore the pyramid. This is our chance to finally prove to everyone that our theories are right and restore Egypt's true history. History is full of secrets.
Arkeis is a cooperative, story-driven campaign game with minis set among ancient Egyptian ruins. Each player takes control of an adventurer as they explore a modular board. Players have up to 2 actions per turn. Search, move, assist an ally, or fight one of the numerous dangers waiting for them in the tombs. The results of their actions can be altered by the equipment and character upgrades they earn during the campaign. They can push their luck at the risk of being cursed or suffering lasting traumas from injuries. Each character has their own backpack to store their items and curses between adventures. Each scenario has objectives that the players will try to accomplish during the game to earn rewards in the form of key items and upgrades that influence later scenarios. Plan your expedition, defeat epic foes, and unearth hidden knowledge. It will take a team of skilled players to reveal all of Arkeis' secrets.
Number 3 this week is Arkeis. Join your friends in this cooperative steampunk Egyptian world. Will you survive the treacherous sands and uncover the biggest archaeological discovery? This game has a really unique theme and art style, mixing steampunk and Egyptian, makes this game look very interesting, and I love the presence it brings to the table with the vertical rooms. Pledge $100 to get a copy. The Kickstarter ends November 28th and plans to deliver by December 2020.
Number 2.
Spring has sprung in the Sweetwater Grove. Flowers are blooming, bees are buzzing, and the bears are getting awfully hungry. Is a honey stand the key to peace and prosperity? It just may be. But the early bee gets the nectar, you know, and the prices are set to drop in this bear market economy. Better get the workers a-buzzin'. May need a few newbies as well. Honey is money after all, and this is going to be sweet. Honeybuzz is a worker bee placement game where you will compete to make and sell the most honey. In Honeybuzz, you'll work to expand your beehive, building it in specific patterns, allowing you to trigger actions throughout the game. Forage for nectar and pollen. Make different types of honey to sell honey varieties at the bear market, or directly fill orders for the hungry woodland creatures. And don't neglect competing for the queen's attention. Do you have what it takes to be the best in the business? Become a backer today.
And in second place is Honeybuzz. The bears are hungry, build your hive, make some honey, and sell it to the market in this sweet little strategy game. I love the lighthearted theme in this game of honeybees delivering honey, and the art design is spectacular and on point. The honeycomb tiles also look great on the table. Pledge $39 to get a copy. The Kickstarter ends November 27th and plans to deliver by December 2020.
Honorable mentions.
Here are a few games that I think are worth checking out even though they didn't quite make the top list. Tungaru is a 2 to 5 player Euro game full of engine building, placing dice, and managing your resources in the archipelago of Tungaru. Small Samurai Empires is a samurai game with miniature samurai. You try to take control of Japan with action programming. Salt and Sail. In this exploration game, you attempt to locate and make discoveries, competing to become the most famous explorer. Before we get to our number 1, please, if you like our video, subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a lot and costs nothing for you.
Pick of the week.
D.E.I. Divide et Impera is a competitive game based on conquest of resources set in a world devastated by a new ice age. The multi-layered terrain tiles are inspired in the thematic nature of post-apocalyptic winter with giant mechs, parkas, and industrial buildings. Reminds me of one of my favorite video games, Frostpunk. The desperation of this theme really speaks to me, and that is why it's Analog Tabletop's Pick of the Week. Pledge $88 to get a copy. The Kickstarter ends November 29th and plans to deliver by December 2020. And that's it for this last week on Kickstarter. Do you think there was a game we missed this week? Let us know in the comments. Maybe we'll add it next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next Tuesday.